What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and today I will be coming at you guys with a discussion video on the Harpie Lady Sisters, one of the most notorious Harpy monsters in the main deck and in the Harpy archetype. For the fact that this video is going to be basically mostly me talking about what I would like to see in a retrain of Harpie Lady Sisters, because that has been something that has been going around, is that since the new retrain of Harpy's Pet Dragon, Sisters most likely will be next. If not Sisters Harpy Girl, but I kind of want to put Harpy Girl in her own video. For this video, I'm definitely going to be focusing on Harpy Lady Sisters. This is primarily because Harpy Lady Sisters is the oldest of the Harpy cards, next to Harpy Lady, in terms of being in an actual set. And the thing about Harpy Lady Sisters, I love Harpy Lady Sisters. She is one of my favorites because it's the combination of Harpy Lady 1, 2, and 3. She's an abrupt adaptation of Harpy Lady. And I think a lot of people would love to see Harpy Lady Sisters. Wow, that is a throwback. I would love to see Harpy Lady Sisters get, that abrupt benefit from, a lot of the newer support and a lot of things that were to come, similar to how Harpy's Pet Dragon got the same thing. So, yeah, I'm just, I wasn't upset with the retrain for Pet Dragon. I think Fearsome Fire Blast is going to be a great addition. The problem is that my Harpie Lady Sisters definitely should have gotten a retrain a long time ago. Even around the time where Harpy's Pet Dragon had Harpy's Pet Baby Dragon. I think in the rub they just went for Harpy Lady because she was most likely the easiest of the cards to say. Okay, well, the Harpy Ladies just don't have enough Harpy Lady, so they made Harpy Queen to basically go for that because they kind of oopsed when they made Harpy Lady 1, 2, and 3. In the fact that these monsters are always treated as Harpy Lady, and Cyber Harpy Lady didn't make it no better when she came out because she was just Harpy Lady with 500 attack and 100 less defense. So I think at that point it was like, okay, we actually now have to do something for Harpies. I mean, don't get them wrong; they at least tried for Harpy Lady Sisters. The first try, just in terms of cards, was that they gave Harpy Lady Sisters their attack card. Harpy, like the Triangle Ecstasy Spark. This is a card that only works with Harpy Lady Sisters. It has to work with Harpy Lady Sisters because you need Harpy Lady Sisters to even trigger this. So its effect reads, until the end of this turn, the attack of all Harpy Lady Sisters currently on the field becomes 2,700. Your opponent cannot activate any trap cards. Also negate your opponent's trap cards that are on the field. So this is abruptly just amplifying Harpy Lady Sisters attack to 27. Then on top of that, it gives them the ability, it gives the field the negation of trap cards. Well, your opponent's field of their trap cards. That your opponent can't activate any, and your opponent trap cards currently on the board are negated. This would be great for Harpy Lady Sisters. Just you have to play Harpy Lady Sisters. And I did try this several times. I even went back to it because of the Prince of Harpy Oracle and Perfumer. Now, let's also go down the line of other Harpy Lady Sister support cards. We had Harpy's Hunting Ground, when Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady Sister. If any Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady Sisters are normal special summon, the player who conducted the summon targets one spell or trap card in the field and destroys that target. If you were accustomed to Yu-Gi-Oh! Pre-Astral Pack 2 in the TCG, because there wasn't an official setup for Hobby's Hunting Ground, and at that time, Konami and word text was not always a good thing. It's still not a good thing to this day. There wasn't an official setup or ruling to confirm that when you did a massive summon of Harpy Lady or Harpy Lady Sisters, that you were able to just destroy one spell or trap card on the board. That was also an exception to Hysteric Party because of the fact that most people would flip his stack party under hunting ground and destroy spell and track on the field because the games that came out corresponded to that. Well, real life Yu-Gi-Oh! IRL did not, and then a lot of people just did not want to run Harpy. Like a lot of Massive Swarm cards for Harpy Lady because Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are not smart. I said a lot of them are not smart. And Konami did not make it better because they don't have an official site to put rulings on, even to this day. And no, I do not count Yu-Gi-Oh! Wikia or Judge Forms because that should be an official thing for Konami and not an unofficial thing. So, at that point, Konami itself decided to just reprint Harpy Hunting Ground and then just correct the text itself in terms of the Massive Summon. Being in that, we cannot forget about Cyber Shield, which is known as Cyber Shield, Cyber Bondage in the OCG for obvious reasons. But this is the equivalent for Harpie Lady and Harpie Lady Sisters. It gives it 500 additional attack. That's it. There is no real benefit to this. Fun fact. Cyber Shield in the Bandai version didn't just give attack points, it gave defense points. An attack of 500 plus and a defense of 400 plus. To any female monster, it was equipped to. Yes, female monster, because that's how the old version of Yu-Gi-Oh! Was under Bandai. It had a lot of weird rulings. I'm not going into that. I'll maybe make a separate video. But the next card to come out after that was the support of Harpy Channeler, who she doesn't summon Harpy Lady Sisters, sadly enough. She just helps get other Harpies onto the board. In case in point, Hysteric Sign. Now, this was supposed to be support for Harpy Lady Sisters because it allows you to add Alien Egotists from your deck or graveyard to your hand via its activation. Then on top of that, when it's sent from the hand or field to the graveyard, you're able to get 3 cards with Harpy in its name that are different from each other to add them to your hand. So it could be 3 monsters, but they cannot share the same name. It could be 3 spells, but they cannot share the same name. Or even now, at this point, 3 traps, and they cannot share the same name. Well, 2 traps, but still, you get my point. Then there was the release of Harpy Phoenix Formation in Joey's world, which was supposed to help with Harpy Ladies because even then, people were not playing Sisters because Sisters was still considered bad. And that was only because of the fact that you had to run multiple Sisters. You can special summon from the main deck or the extra deck after you've activated this card. You had to skip your battle phase. Yeah, you cannot conduct battle. And that you can play multiples of this card. The problem is that it only inflicts damage to your opponent based on the highest attack of the monsters that were destroyed by this card's effect. Also, in that same gesture, you needed 3 or more Harpy Ladies on the field, and you could target only as many monsters that you controlled in terms of Harpy Lady. So, yeah. This was not how it was in the anime, because even in the anime, you could activate Phoenix Formation. You controlled 2 or more Harpy Ladies and or Harpy Lady Sisters. Then your opponent would take all the battle, would take damage equal to the number of Harpy no, equal to the total of monsters destroyed by this card effect. So, for instance, Joey had like 4 Scapegoat and a Panther Warrior. He took 2,000 because that was the cumulative attack of all the monsters on the board. She couldn't attack, which was perfectly fine, but whatever, because I did about 2k damage to you. Or I think in an instant, he had, what was it? No, he tributed for that. But still, in the same case, I think Joey had, what was it, Gearfree the Lightning, and 2 other monsters on the field. I think they were Scapegoat. And then she played Alien Egotist and destroyed them. Because, I mean, Harpy's Phoenix Formation destroyed them. Harpy Lady Sisters overall did get more support via, you know the name of the set. Legendary Duelist Sisters of the Rose for Harpy, Perfumer, and Oracle were able to search for spells and traps that specifically list them in their text. While Perfumer retreated from the deck, Oracle retrieved them from the grave and added them to their hand, which were great additions. Also to the fact that if you control the level 5 or higher Harpy monster, which Harpy Lady Sisters are, you're able to do additional effects. For Perfumer, it was to add an additional card that didn't share the same name as the first target. while Oracle was able to special summon herself and control the level 5 or higher monster while she was in your hand. So they gave you an extended summon locked behind having a level 5 or higher Harpy monster. You can easily do that if you control the dragon with Channeler, or easily just control a dragon monster that was, you know, a Harpy that was level 7 or high, oh, 5 or higher. It's funny because they don't have a level 5 or level 6 Harpy pet monster. Anyway, so yeah, I think there's also because it probably worked with Chandler. But yeah, they did print spell cards at that time as well to assist. Harpy's Feather Rest, known in the OCG as Harpy's Feather Resting. This card allows you to add 3 Harpie Lady or Harpie Lady Sisters from your grave, shuffle them back into your deck, draw a card. If the controller had a level 5 or higher Harpy monster on the board when it is activated, you draw 2 instead. But for the rest of the turn, you're locked into just some nothing but wind monsters. Which for Harpies, that's fine because well, everybody in the deck is one, and the extra deck is accessible to wind monsters as well. And that it was still you needed a level 5 or higher Harpy monster. There is the effects of Alluring Mirror Split, known in the OCG as the Split Mirrors of Seduction. For when Harpie Lady or Harpie Lady Sisters is destroyed by battle, you can just summon a Harpy monster from the deck with a different original name than the destroyed monster. And if this card was destroyed by your Harpy card effect or your opponent's card effect, you can just summon a Harpy monster from your graveyard to the field. So this was another, like I said, two great, additions to Harpies because they include sisters, which means these two can get them. But this doesn't say by card effect, and this needs the level 5 or higher monster present on the board to even get the additional draw. So like I said, these aren't bad cards. It's just unfortunately how they're worded kind of doesn't help them. And then there is the last of the Harpy support cards Harpy Lady Sister support cards. That's Harpy Lady Elegance, which is known in the SG as the Elegant Harpy Lady. You shuffled Harpy Lady Sisters in your monster zone back into your deck. Then you special summon 3 Harpy monsters with different names. One from the hand, one from the deck, and one from the grave. For the rest of the turn after activating, you can't special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except for win. But if you control this card and it was destroyed by your Harpy card effect or your opponent's card effect, well, in the spell trap card zone, you can search for. No, is it just card effect? Yeah, card effect. You can add a Harpy monster from your deck to your hand. Although you were not searching for Harpy Lady Sisters, you basically use this to basically switch your 1 Harpy into 3, which was what Elegant Egotist overall did. Now, I don't mind any of these effects. A lot of them are great extensions. But unfortunately, Harpy Lady Sisters on its own just does nothing. It fits under the category of numbing, meaning that it cannot be normal summoned by normal means. And that was an issue for the long period of time that it has. It wasn't until Joey's World where Harpy Lady Sisters got reprinted to where it included the text of must first be such or something from Elegant Egotist's effect to where you can play Monster Reborn and people weren't being stupid dickheads about it. Being as that may, when a monster goes back to the deck, it's resetted, so you can't summon her off the channeler. You can't summon her off of Hysteric Party because she's not Harpy Lady. And for the most part, most of the other Harpy card effects that summon other Harpy monsters, she would definitely have to be in the graveyard. The card would have to bypass summoning conditions, which there's only a few of those in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, and even those have restrictions on how they activate. And then on top of that, Harpy Lady Sisters, what would she do on the field? Except for just be basically a vanilla with a bad restriction to summon. Like, that was even the reason why a lot of people did not run Sisters, because Pet Dragon just didn't have much restrictions to it, so it just had the power boost effect. And even now then, most people are running Sisters, just the one of, to fit in with Harpy's Pet Dragon Fearsome Fire, because it's a level 6 or lower monster, and that monster can summon itself through that. There's just so many red flags, but there's so many possibilities of what a retrain for Sisters can do. One of the big downsides is that they didn't reprint her to have the effects of the three harpies that make her. Harpie Lady 1, Harpie Lady 2, and Harpie Lady 3 make up Harpie Lady Sisters. They just are equipped with Cyber Shield, and Harpie Lady 1 in this picture has Rosewhip equipped to her, which is still not printed in the TCG or OCG. I think because it fits into that whole, BDSM thing, and, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a game for good girls and boys, no sexualization. So that's why Rose Whip has not been printed. But funny enough, in the manga, Electro Whip is their equipped card, and yeah, that touches into that basis of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is supposed to be for good boys and girls. So Harpy Lady 1 and Harpy Lady 2's effects, and even Harpy Lady 1's, could have been included in Harpy Lady Sisters to give them that boost. But unfortunately, it's not. Um, they could potentially give an attack card. I don't think Harpy Lady Sisters Triangle Ecstasy Spark would fit room on the card. So maybe Harpy Lady Sisters Triple Scratch Slash would be it. Or maybe Harpy Lady Sisters Triple Attack. Just to shorten it there. Because Harpy Lady Sisters in the anime and in the manga are three separate monsters. They're Harpy Lady, 1, 2, 3, but they have the same attack, defense, and level. Um, some people were questioning why not a fusion, why not um, a ritual monster. For the instance, a ritual monster would suck because then you'd have to run the ritual spell. Which, in case in point, it better have Harpy in its name so it can be searched for, or it has to include sisters. In case in point, this monster would have to be treated as sisters, and that ritual spell could also summon this monster in conjunction. A fusion monster would also be viable. Problem, Elegant Egotist, because it can only summon from the deck. Which means they'd have to reprint Elegant Egotist to say it can only summon Harpy or Harpy Sisters from the main deck. And then that leaves a whole array of things there. I would just like it to be a monster in the main. Being an option between if you want to run just pure winged beast, or you still want to run a dragon, or you could easily run both. Just that neither will break. I want a Harpy Lady and Harpy. I want a Harpy Lady Sisters that can summon itself, or if you control a Harpy monster, you can also summon it to the field. Then, while it's on the field, it's treated as both. It can easily be treated as both monsters. Harpy Lady was on the field in the graveyard, but this card is always treated as Harpy Lady Sisters. I didn't get to the point. Just be treated as Harpy Lady Sisters. Because it'll still work with a lot of the other corresponding cards. Then that would make Ecstasy Spark playable as well. If not, it's already just very mediocre because you need sisters to actually have the card activate. Which, why was that not printed on the card? Like, you must control Harpy Lady Sisters in order to activate this card. And then, just have all the effects attached to it. But I guess Konami just felt like, well, you guys can read it, so it makes sense. Because no, it doesn't. Some Yu-Gi-Oh! Players who are new to the game are like, well, why can't I play this card if I don't have Harpy Lady Sisters? Like, because you need Harpy Lady Sisters to play it. So, yeah, that's a downside there. It's just so many different things I would like to see with this. Because I say give them the triple scratch attack retrain. Make it a monster removal. Do something similar to Harpy's Pet Baby Dragon, where it can move a monster, destroy a monster once per turn. Keep it as Harpy Lady Sisters. Like, this card's name is always treated as Harpy Lady Sisters. So that way, Alluring can also summon it. Harpy Channeler can also summon it. Alluring Mirror Split and stuff like that. It can work with Alluring. Maybe it can work with Alluring, so they'd have to be treated as Harpy Lady. So yeah, that factors in. Just, it's certain points that the more you think about it, it's like there's always something else that contradicts it, because this monster will have to still always be treated as the Harpie Lady Sisters. In that way, it could still interact with a lot of the cards that have Harpie Lady Sisters in this text when you're using Perfumer and Oracle to summon it. I mean, to retrieve it. Yeah, this, like I said, this is a hard thing to think about when you lay it down. You can make alternative forms of this monster, just like Blue Eyes or Red Eyes, and give alternative Harpy Lady Sisters, or just a similar effect where, like, you reveal a Harpy in your hand, and you can just summon it. and then bam, you can put it onto the field. It'll have corresponding effects also on the field or in the grave. So that could be potentially some things too. I know the typical generic thing would be a searcher for Harpy cards that include Harpie Lady or hysteric searchers. Searchers for the hysteric spells and drops, so you can get hysteric party and hysteric sign. Um, it's just a lot because when you look at it, like the effects of a lot of Harpy cards, the retrains and stuff like that, does all factor in, and it's just like, well, what more stuff can you do for an archetype that has a lot of this stuff, and it has a lot of negation, it has a lot of removal. I think it just doesn't have the proper removal for what people would like to see. Like it doesn't have proper monster removal, which I think definitely would be a great addition. Um, it's just a lot of factors, and that's why I think in terms of this discussion video, literally it's just what can you do to Harpy Lady Sisters that have not already been done? Because then now at that point, it's like the biggest thing is to remove the clause that says cannot be normal summoned or set, and that has to first be summoned through elegant egotist. I think if that is removed, then you can basically start playing around with other effects and then giving boosts to Harpy Lady Sisters because of. So yeah, I think at this point I'm gonna wrap up the video here. And before I do wrap up, I think at this point I would like if a basic solid lineup of things that I would like to include, maybe I'll put it in the comment section, is that I would like a Harpy Lady Sisters to be retrained to have the same level that she is now. Give her the attack points of Triangle Accuracy Spark, where she's 27 automatically. Then, um, maybe a combined effects of 1, 2, and 3, if possible, meaning that she gives all win monsters 300 attack. When she destroys monsters by battle, uh, they have their effects negated. In that, if she involved in battle with a monster, whether she wins or loses it, um, they can't. That monster can attack for a certain amount of time, like for 2 turns, which can be viable in some cases, but not too viable in the metagame right now because cards can link and stuff like that. In quotes, hysteric sign searcher. In quotes, Harpy Lady card searcher. Like this card, search for a spell or trap that specifically was Harpy Lady in its text and add it to the hand. Because I guess you can add those cards as well. Or include Harpy in its text and add it from your deck or graveyard to your hand. That could potentially be a thing. And then be something that can be relevant. A monster removal, negation, and just those additional things. So yeah, I think I opened the floodgates. Let's see how much this can be opened itself. And I'll leave the comment section open for you guys to, of course, talk about Harpy Lady Sisters there and what you like to see in a retrain for them. So, I'm going to wrap up the video here. I'm going to say thank you guys so much for your support. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And of course, join the channel. Hit the notification bell so you guys can be informed of when I do upload more content. Social media links are in the description box below. So you can interact with me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, Discord, because I do have Discord. The link should be up if you want to join Discord. And then, what else is it? The last edition thing. Oh, it's Patreon. If you want to support the channel and help the channel grow, you can become a Patreon and support the channel through there. You don't have to. It's up to you if you want to, but it's optional. And that's pretty much about it. So, thanks everybody for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. HBJ, signing out. Take care.